tried to put this fight together with Landon Quinonens earlier in the year, but it was canceled, and that was a big disappointment. So these guys have been on each other's radar for a long time. Kamaru, they've been having a tweet storm and an Instagram war, and the weigh-ins were extremely tense. Landon Quinonens was 1 inch away from Naimov's face. And I asked Nainov what he said. He said, "Could you please back up?" Oh, all right, let's meet his opponent.
And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Landon Quinonens.
They call him the Lone Wolf. Landon Quinonens, fighting out of Hard Knocks 365, also out of Wolfpack with Roger Crawl, is on a 3-fight win streak, and very, very excited about fighting in front of the big boss here tonight. His fight with Nainov was canceled earlier this year, as we mentioned, and that was a huge disappointment to him as well as it was to Muhammad. These two have been wanting to get at each other now for a long time, almost 5-6 months. He's unorthodox, he's explosive, and he's young, just 23 years old, and already with that undefeated record.
Yeah, very talented individual. I've had a chance to be able to watch this guy train quite a bit, and he's very talented. Very talented for not having a ton of fights. I mean, this guy knows his way around an MMA cage. He's got some wrestling, he's got striking, he's got grappling as well. But as I mentioned, it's all how you put it together once you're standing across the cage from your opponent. So he's looking to go out there tonight and really put on a show and let the boss know that, hey, I'm a guy that you need to keep your eye on in the future.
His last fight was a win against Reinaldo Inocencio. He bombed him, got the TKO with that, and is letting us know that stylistically he feels like he's a really bad matchup for Muhammad Nainov. He said Nainov needs to know he's not fighting in Tajikistan. He's fighting in Broward County. And there you see the bad blood right there, Kamaru. It was evident right there that these two do not like each other. It is time to get this bad blood fight started. Rodolfo.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the following fight is in the featherweight division, scheduled for 3 rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man walks in with a record of 2 wins, no losses. He's a mixed martial artist, weighing 146 pounds. Fighting out of Tajikistan, Muhammad Hillman Nainov. And across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This man walks in with a record of 2 wins, no losses, 1 draw. He's a mixed martial artist who weighed in 145 pounds. Fighting out of Sunrise, Florida, Landon Lone Wolf Quinonens. And when the action begins, your referee, Russ Greenberg.
Okay, guys, you went through the rules backstage. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. I want a nice, clean fight. Fight hard, fight clean. Good luck. Touch them up.
My fighter breakdown for Nainov, he's got to be aggressive. He's very aggressive. When he gets in an opponent's face, he confuses them, and he's able to do whatever he wants because he's very, very strong. But for Quinonens, I think he needs to mix it up. He's got to be patient, mix it up, and look to confuse his opponent, and eventually, hopefully, maybe get the submission, get the takedown, and then get the submission.
Kamaru's fighter breakdown brought to you by 50 States Vodka. Here we go. This fight scheduled for 3 rounds, 5 minutes per round. Nainov in the gray trunks, Quinonens in the black.
Oh, wow. Beautiful right hand from Nainov. As you see him come out, he took the center of the cage right away. Now he's looking to lock up that double unders. And he's got his hands locked here. He's looking for a trip.
Nainov is very, very dangerous on the ground, as you were saying earlier, champ. He has a lot of Sambo experience coming out of Tajikistan.
Quinonens is doing a good job of keeping his hips low, keeping those underhooks down, and being able to just kind of control his opponent and keep his hips away from being able to get underneath and elevate him.
Some very quick footwork here by both of these featherweights, but what I really liked was how Nainov was kneeing Quinonens really quickly, real rapidly. 3, 4, 5 knees to the side.
Good job by Quinonens here, pummeling in. But when you get that, you got to get to that 50-50 position to be able to jockey in. You can't give your opponent back to double unders. But he's still doing a good job of clamping down on both those hooks and keeping his hips low.
It looks like there might have been a clash of heads there because Quinonens looks to be bleeding at the hairline. We'll have to keep a close eye on that. Oh, watch those elbows. Yeah. Couldn't tell.
Oh, wow. Amazing spin off.
Yeah. It's such a good discipline when you strike off the break. And Nainov waves him in.
And Quinonens now, he's got that fire in his eye. It looks like, okay, I felt what you've got for me. Now I'm going to come forward. I'm going to do what I want to do. And he's landing those beautiful inside leg kicks here.
You know, we were talking earlier about how Quinonens feels like he's a bad matchup stylistically for Nainov. He was saying my speed will definitely beat his power every time.
He's not lying. I mean, he's taller, he's bigger, so you got to imagine that he's got more leverage than his opponents. And he's well versed. He's got striking. He's got some good Muay Thai, as you saw earlier. He's beautiful elbows from the clinch. Yeah, he's not lying here. He's a bad matchup for anybody. Beautiful job of coming off the cage.
There's a brown belt under the Roger Kral striking system.
Ooh, beautiful job. He threw out that jab. He threw out that jab there to kind of gauge the distance, then follow with that straight left. One thing I like from him is how he's on his toes. He's bouncing left, right, in and out. Ooh, he gets caught there with a little elbow.
Got caught coming in. 2 minutes to go in the opener here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Mohamed Nainov on the right-hand side of your screen in the gray trunks. And Landon Quinonens up against the cage. And Nainov didn't like what he felt at distance, it looks like, and he's closed the distance now. It looks like he might want to try to take this down to the canvas, especially toward the end of the round. Maybe steal this first round.
Nainov here, I think he's trying to kind of feel out. He's still trying to feel out the fight because he's got his opponent up against the cage a couple of times now, but he's not able to get that trip to get him down on the mat. So when you can't get that right away, and if you're constantly going for it, that shows that that's kind of what you're going for, and that's kind of like a loss in your mind, a loss in your brain a little bit. Ooh, he eats a straight left there.
He ate the right too, coming up, kind of an uppercut.
And he's taking a few of those inside leg kicks here. Ooh, another straight left. That might be something that pays dividends in the later rounds because that's going to slow you down because you're not able to move as well as you want to.
Up against the cage here, familiar position in round one with Nainov now changing levels, looking for the dump.
Quinonens just doing a very, very good job of defending these takedowns here. Good knees on the inside.
Mohamed Nainov may say that your speed might beat my power, but my knowledge will kill your speed. These are the types of back and forths that were going on with the Instagram and the tweet wars between these two featherweights.
Round, let it go, round. Good break.
Interesting first round. There you have a good look at Landon Quinonens with Team Kral. Roger Kral giving him his in-between round adjustments. There you see that looked like earlier on in the round. And boy, Nainov had malintentions with that right hand. Now, if you were Roger Kral right now, what would you be saying to the Lone Wolf for your in-between round adjustments?
You got to tell him you got to keep that fight in the center of the cage because he's having a lot of success when he's in the center. He's landing a lot of those low left leg kicks, those inside leg kicks. and it's straight left hand. So you got to keep the fight in the center and not let your opponent get you up against the cage to where he's able to neutralize kind of, you know, your range and your length.
So round 2 getting underway here. Third man in, Russ Greenberg. Inside leg kick from Nainov.
Oh, wow. Beautiful swing back heel there. And as you can see, this spinning back that elbow from Nainov.
Yeah, these two.
And as you can see, just his fundamentals, very good. He's up on his toes. He's bouncing in, bouncing out. You know, hands up, chin down. He's able to see everything. Oh. And one thing you see from Nainov here is he switched stance. Now he's in the southpaw and trying to confuse Quinonens here a little bit.
Something in the right eye of Quinonens. I don't know if any of the blood from the hairline dripped down. I'm not even positive that blood was on the hairline. Could have been Naimov's blood, but it seems to have dried up. Not a problem. Or taken care of in the corner. But nonetheless, there's something in Quinonens' right eye. I have to say the Vaseline guy 3 or 4 times. I'm going to guess he's new.
He might be new.
New at Vaseline. Maybe he's doing,
you know, maybe he's thinking boxing. Maybe he's thinking boxing. But as you see here, Nainov is doing a good job of kind of neutralizing the fight right now. That's what he wants to do. Get this fight up against the cage and kind of, you know, basically neutralize that length that Quinonens has. He's taller, he's got the length, he's got the leverage, got those long arms, long legs. Here, you can't use them. It's neutralized. If I keep you up here, you're jockeying for position the whole time, you're not going to be able to punch me in the face from Atlanta. You know, I'm bringing you here to South Florida for a fight.
Crowd not liking it. They're very upset. Roger Kral not liking it either. He feels like he's stalling, like Nainov is stalling. Russ Greenberg now telling Nainov, probably both fighters at this point, to get more active or he's going to break him up.
And as you can see here, Nainov is still kind of pushing him up against the fence because I think he's a little uncomfortable right now. He hasn't been able to find his range. He hasn't been able to find that distance. So it makes it very hard, and your opponent is still eating up your inside leg and landing straight left hand. So he's trying to kind of get him here, wear him down a little bit, so maybe his opponent will start to kind of, you know, crack a bit. But Quinonens is going nowhere.
I like how Nainov punched off the break there. Oh, he just ate that knee. That hurt him.
Yeah, Quinonens is doing a good job here. As you can see, he's starting to take the fight to Nainov, and it kind of looks like Nainov is starting to kind of fade a little bit.
Seen a little fade, yep.
Yeah, because I think he's having a hard time trying to find himself in this fight.
It looks like Quinonens is probably stronger and able
all
to...
that leverage, all that leverage from being the bigger, taller man.
Quinonens is on a 3-fight win streak. And he's calling champ for 2019. He said, I will be champion in 2019. There's the blood. Good job, guys. Ooh. Thank you in the truck. It is under the right eye of Nainov, it looks like, which is actually a better place than over the eye.
Absolutely.
Nice work. They got it nice and tight there for us. And it's starting to open up now. And if Quinonens was smart, he's got a minute and a half. Got to get that left elbow go, yeah.
Yeah, he is trying to. As you can see here, he's starting to kind of pick up the pace here because he knows his opponent is starting to fade. Now, Nainov believes that he belongs on that next level. This is where you've got to show it here. Your opponent is starting to bring the fight to you. You've got to dig deep, and you've got to be able to weather this storm and find a way to get this victory here.
I wish I was close enough to hear Roger Kral because it looks like he's going to pop an aorta over there. I don't know if he's upset at the clinch. He's upset about something. He was yelling at the referee earlier when it looked like Nainov was trying to stall a little bit. And he... Someone's got to go over and help him. His face is going to pop.
Well, he wants that. He wants to go. He wants to fight. You know, now he's starting to feel it. He's got his timing. He's got his range. He's got that distance. He's looking for a fist fight now.
Yep. he's measured Nainov, and he wants to let his hands go. And, you know, hey, look, Naimov's doing what he should do. He should do this as long as the referee will let him get away with it.
Absolutely, because he's having a hard time in the center of the cage. So, you know what? I'm going to get him here, and I'm going to wear him down.
Thank you, guys. Great shot of Roger Kral. Now it's even worse. He's up. 10 seconds to go in round 2. I think it's another squeaker for Quinonens. I can't see giving this one to Nainov.
Yeah, I mean, Quinonens did a lot of damage there. He even cut him open. So, you know, it'd be kind of hard to give that round to him.
So I got Quinonens unofficially up 20-18. And now you're going to get a good shot of the corner of Nainov. Well, our very fabulous ring car girl. And there you see the corner and then getting a look at the eye of the hill man, Mohamed Nainov. There's Roger Kral and the rest of the team. There's a good shot right there. Yeah, corner of the eyelid, it looks like. Good job by the cut men in Naimov's corner. They're getting the ice on there and the end swell. And they're working the Q-tip. They left the Vaseline guy outside the cage. He's not gonna work on that eye. All right, there you see Nainov coming to the center of the cage first.
Now, fighter adjustments for Nainov. He's got to get that takedown. He's having a hard time in the center of the cage. And when he gets his opponent up against the fence, he's not able to get that takedown. So he's got to figure out a way to set it up properly, and get that takedown. And for Quinonens, he's got to do what he's been doing. Keep the fight in the center of the cage. Use that length, use that strength and his powerful kicks. And look to land something here, because he's starting to pick up the pace in this fight. And he's in control.
Kamaru's fighter adjustments brought to you by She's a 10. So 5 minutes to go for Nainov to try to turn this thing around. We got him a little bit in a hole here. And he might have to stop Quinonens.
Yeah, I think he definitely needs to stop here. And now, he got rocked by a straight left there. See, he's having a hard time in the center because he hadn't found his range, and his opponent is constantly on his toes, hopping in and out. So he's got to figure out something here. He's got to be able to time a takedown in the center of the cage and get him down, as opposed to just holding him up against the fence looking for it, because he hasn't had much success up there.
So you can hear there's a lot of fans here for the Lone Wolf, Landon Quinonens, and they're all booing. They don't like when Quinonens gets pressed up against the cage. They feel it's a stalling tactic. And now Quinonens finally can open up.
Oh yeah, Quinonens, you can tell now he wants to fight. Oh, beautiful job, spinning off the cage, landing that elbow. Oh, both guys just swinging now. Oh, nice. Beautiful side step.
Yeah, Quinonens looks great. 23 years old. Great hands. Great technique.
Great hands. You can just, amazing technique. He's able to stand in the center, and you rarely really see him off balance. He's able to land his technique, step off to the side. Veteran moves here. Step off to the side and land while his opponent is looking for him.
If you just joined us, you're watching Titan FC 54 from scenic Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I'm Jay Adams, and you are watching us on Facebook Live. We're joined by the champ, Kamaru Usman, the Nigerian Nightmare, winning the strap from Tyron Woodley, and what was one of the most inspirational stories of the year.
Oh,
wow. Oh, my gosh. Wow.
And this is what I mean from Nainov. Nainov, he's got to know that, hey, he has all the confidence because he belongs on that next level. You've got to show it now. You're down 2 rounds to nothing. You've got to try to go get that finish. Oh, beautiful head kick there from Quinonens. And I think that head kick stunned him a little bit here, because he's clinching. Nainov is clinching here, and I think that head kick stunned him. The one negative that I would give to Quinonens in this fight, I think he's done a beautiful job. The one negative that I would give him here is that he's got to work on staying off the cage. You can't just stay on the cage and rest, because Nainov is looking to spin here and land that spinning elbow. He tried it momentarily, and it almost landed. You can't just lay on the cage here and look at the ref to pull you off. You've got to be able to control the range, control the tempo, and control where this fight is taking place. So if you want it in the center, you've got to be able to use your footwork and keep it in the center of the cage.
A quick heads up for everybody, when this fight is over, we will be leaving Facebook and we'll be going over to UFC Fight Pass. So if you want to watch one of the best cards of the year, probably the best card Titan FC has put together to date, you got to go over to UFC Fight Pass and check us out. You're not going to want to miss it. Jason Suarez, Ariston França, Felipe Douglas, Rafael Alves, Luis Gomez, Herbert Burns, just to name a few. It is stacked from top to bottom. You saw the preliminaries here on Facebook with a lot of undefeated fighters. You see the quality right here. These guys are in the prelims. So you want to check us out on UFC Fight Pass.
Prelims, and this has been an amazing fight here. Oh, just barely missed with that spinning elbow.
That would have been a night ender for Quinonens. Oh man, they are trading. Quinonens says nope.
Nice. Now this is what he needed to do all along, but you've got to drive through. You've got to be able to lock your hands there, drive through, and get that takedown.
It's almost football. It's like the tackling sled. Once you commit to it, man, the legs got to start pumping.
Absolutely. Beautiful shot, though.
All right, 10 seconds to go in the fight. It's been a very entertaining fight here in the featherweight division. Nainov ends up top, but I don't think that's going to be enough. I do not think it's going to be enough.
I don't think so
for the Hillman.
But I'm interested to see. How the referees scored this one.
Yeah, this will be very, very interesting to see.
Yes, I believe Quinonens spent a lot of time with his back up against that cage, but when he wasn't there, he was in complete control. So I'm interested to see where the referees go with this one, or the judges go. Excuse me.